Hi students, I am happy to see all of you in my lesson again. In today's lesson, we are going to practice on reading task, one of the most important reading skill, and we are going to discuss about the main idea and the supporting details, which is very important in reading. By learning this skill, you will easily comprehend the reading texts and you will be able to analyze what you are reading. So let's start our lesson. Today we are going to work on your textbooks. Please open your textbooks, go to page 153 and read together with me. Find the additional reading there, and in this reading we are supposed to find the main idea of the paragraphs of the text. Okay, there are several paragraphs. We are asked to identify the main idea of each paragraph. But first of all, let's answer to this question. What is the main idea? Dear students, in every paragraph there is a main idea. Main idea is the main message of each paragraph. We have to identify the main idea in order to understand what the text is about. In more details, the main idea is the most important idea of the text. The most important idea pulled out from the text we read. It means that it is the most important point, the most important message of the paragraph we are reading. If you want to identify the main idea, ask this question to yourself. What is the text about? If you can answer to this question, what is the text about, it means that you can find the main idea. Main idea is what the text is about. Also, we can say that main idea is the author's most important message. Each piece of writing has an author, yes, somebody who wrote it. So this person has some message for us. What is his message for us? What does he want us to know? So he wants us to know the main idea, the main message. So if you can identify this, it means that you have understood the main idea. In order to understand the main idea, my dear students, we have to know what are the supporting details. In each paragraph, we have main ideas and supporting details. What is supporting detail? Let's understand this. Supporting details can be a lot of things. I have put here some lists and let's look at them together to understand it better. Supporting details can be facts, examples, which help the readers to fully understand the main idea. Okay, facts, it means some statistics, some numbers, some dates, some proper nouns, names of some places. So everything that can be considered as facts are supporting details in our text. Then supporting details can clarify, illuminate, explain and describe the main idea. Clarifying means explaining it, making it better to understand, and illuminating means describing, depicting it, like creating picture in the audience's minds in order to make them understand the main idea. So remember, supporting details are always there to make the main idea clear for us. Okay? Also, supporting details can be sentences to compare and contrast. So supporting details are there to make some comparisons, some contrasting that also will lead to understand the main idea much better. Also, if in the text you can see some quotations, this also can be supporting details. Quotations means quotes, some phrases, sentences, some speech made by somebody else. These are also used in the text to support the main idea. To make it like a table for you to be easy to understand, I made this chart for you. So you can take picture of it, you can take notes of it in your copybooks. So supporting details in the text are facts, statements, examples, specifics, comparisons, statistics, and quotations. So all these are supporting details in the text. But you can ask me, dear students, why should we understand, why should we identify the main idea and supporting details of the sentence? I'll tell you why. First, let's read this and I will explain. When a reader can identify the main idea and supporting details of a text, it can improve their comprehension of the text. Yes, if you can identify the main idea and supporting details, it means that you can understand the text. You can identify the facts, examples, you can identify the main message of the writer. It means that you are fully understanding the text. This is a very important skill, so please don't disregard it. Now that it is clear how to identify the main idea and supporting details, I want to work on one example. We are going to identify the main idea and supporting details of this text. Let's read it together. Today was an exceptional day. First, I woke up in a great mood. Then, my bus driver gave each of the bus riders a card with words of encouragement. Then, they had my favorite food for lunch. Finally, my dad was off work today, so he was able to make it to my basketball game on time. After reading this text, now our task is to identify the main idea and supporting details. I'll give you one secret, dear students. The main idea is usually found in the first sentence of the text. And the other sentences coming later are all supporting it. Now I'll show you how. Let's look here. Today was an exceptional day. It's the main idea of our text. And now we will see why. So the main idea tells us what the whole paragraph is going to be about. So it means that in the full paragraph we will see some reasons that make this day exceptional, special, nice. So how is today exceptional? First, supporting detail. First, I woke up in a great mood. It means that, so first, my day started nicely. I woke up in a positive mood. So first, that makes my day exceptional. Second, my bus driver gave each of the bus riders a card with words of encouragement. So the bus driver made a surprise. He did something special that day, gave each of the person in the bus a card with some nice motivational words on it. It made his day exceptional. Another supporting detail, then they had my favorite food for lunch. Yes, if you have your favorite food, it is a nice day for you because people love eating, yes. And if it is your favorite food, that means that you have a happy day. And finally, my dad was off work today. Oh, dad doesn't go to work and he spends time with this child. That is why it makes it an exceptional day for him. So all these details, dear students, lead us to understand the main idea. Today is exceptional day. Why? Because of this, and this. This support this idea. And now it is time to work on our book. As I told you, go to page 153 and open the text here, which is about Helen Keller, a lady. It's a popular woman who is famous for her lifestyle, for her life experience. We are going to read a short paragraph about her and identify the main idea and supporting details here. Let's do it together. First of all, we need to read. Helen Keller is the woman of international fame and admiration. In spite of her deafness and blindness, she continued her education to a high level. Helen's great will turned whatever seemed impossible into great achievement. She devoted herself to explaining the situation of handicapped people throughout the world. Yes, let's try to find the main idea in this paragraph. As I told you, we should usually look for the main idea in the first paragraph. Let's see. Helen Keller is the woman of international fame and admiration. Admiration means that, she is internationally loved. She is loved by lots of people, by lots of nations. So this is our main idea. Okay? Main idea. So why is Helen internationally famous and admired? Why do people love her? Why is she famous? First, in spite of her deafness and blindness. So she is deaf, she cannot hear, and she is blind, cannot see. She continued her education to a high level. This is something very important. She was deaf and blind, but she still continued her education. So this made her famous and loved by lots of people. So this is our first supporting detail, okay? One detail. Then, what else? What made her famous and admired? Helen's great will turned whatever seemed impossible into great achievement. So she was determined, she didn't give up, and she got great achievement. It's also another reason why she is famous and why she is admired. Second detail. Okay, this is the second supporting detail. And let's read the last sentence. She devoted herself to explaining the situation of handicapped people throughout the world. Handicapped people are people with some physical disabilities. They can be in a wheelchair, they are people who cannot see, cannot hear. So Helen showed that even if you have these problems, you can still achieve your dreams. So this also made her famous and admired. Third supporting detail. So we can easily identify the main idea of this paragraph and the three supporting details. So let's find the main idea of this paragraph. Helen's life changed with the coming of Anne Sullivan, a teacher from the Perrings Institute for the Deaf and Blind. So this sentence says that Helen's life changed. Yes, Helen's life changed with her teacher's coming. Now let's see some details, some examples that will support this sentence. Okay, how did her life change? First, Anne helps Helen to overcome the barriers of darkness and silence. So first supporting detail, how did her life change? Her teacher helped her to overcome the barriers of darkness and silence. It means that she couldn't see, she couldn't hear, but her teacher helped her to overcome those barriers, to proceed improving despite having these problems. So this is our first supporting detail. Let's see if this is a supporting detail. Helen learned to see with her fingers. Yes, something new happened in her life. This is our second supporting detail. Something new happened in Helen's life. She could see with her fingers. How can it be possible? I will tell you. Her teacher's finger tricks became words for everything around her. So her teacher used her fingers and used, language for deaf people. She couldn't hear, but she could see and she could read her teacher's fingers. So this is the third supporting detail. It's also something that changed her life, yes. This person couldn't read, but then she started to read fingers. And let's see what happened next. Soon, learning became a joy for her. In a few months, she was ready to begin Braille, the printed language for the blind. This is a general sentence. I'm not going to choose this, but I will choose this one because it's a very detailed explanation. So what happened in her life? She started to learn to use Braille. What is Braille? Let me show you. This is Braille. It is a written language format for blind people. You can see some raised dots that can be felt with finger. So deaf people or blind people can move their fingers over these dots and they can read the letters there. And last, Helen's vocabulary improved and she was able to go to Boston as a regular student in the Perrings Institute. So as you see, dear students, this entire paragraph consists of supporting details which all explain the main idea. So this is how we finished doing this task. We identified 4 supporting details and 1 main idea. All the details explain the main idea for us. Finally, let's summarize what we learned today. Today we learned about the main idea and supporting details. Please complete this task on page 153. Find and underline all the main ideas and supporting details in the text about Helen Keller. This is the end of our lesson for now. I wish you a very pleasing summer holiday. I wish you strong health and best of everything. Take a good care of yourself, dear students, and have a nice summer holiday. Bye-bye.